This is what we want to do today. Bring facts to the table of Rutendo, Benson, Matinyarare. And facts are stubborn. I want us to listen to his video, and then we're going to extrapolate our facts, and then we're going to negate his facts so that we can show and prove to him that when he is talking about Nevers Mumba and saying that there was conflict of interest, his analysis is far-fetched. He needs to come back here and look at the facts that ZEC was captured. Hello and welcome to JCTV Africa, where we talk about issues that are happening in Zimbabwe and across Africa. If it's your first time here, please subscribe, hit the bell notification, and you won't miss out on all the things that we talk about here, because we talk about them each and every day. And today we are looking at this issue of Rutendo Benson Matinyarare. He's in trouble. People in Zambia, they are saying, we want his head, we want explanation, him and Patrick Shinamasa. And I did a video that is here. Go and look it up so that you can get context of what I'm talking about. But let's dive into his video, and then we will then negate his argument.
No, the problem is the Zambians. The leader of this SADC observation team was a Zambian by the name of Nevers Mumba. Nevers Mumba was sent by a president called Hichilema of Zambia. Hichilema of Zambia has got a very amazing relationship with the Americans, the British, and the Europeans who imposed the illegal sanctions on Zimbabwe. He became a billionaire at a time where he was valuing the assets of the Zambian government, parastatals, and he was selling them to these very same Western countries at a song, and they would give him kickbacks that allowed him to become the billionaire that he's become. He is the only president in the Southern African region that has allowed AFRICOM to have a military base that is going to use to attack every single country in Southern Africa if the United States chooses to do that. Not only that, right, he is also friends with
the United States. They have had a military base for the longest time there in Botswana. And I did a video there when Julius Malema was saying about this. Not only me, Fikile Mbalula spoke about this in this video, and he said that by dinner, they would have finished with Mugabe. Let's listen.
Because America can move right from Botswana. In the afternoon, Mugabe will be finished. Because they are here in Botswana. Are you aware? Yes, they move in the afternoon. By dinner, everything will be sorted.
So, if America wants to attack SADC or any SADC countries, if it is in their interest, they'll do it. They don't need any second invitation. They don't need to be in Zambia. They don't need to be in anywhere. If they want to attack Rutendo, they can attack even today. They can invade Zimbabwe today. They don't need even, like, they have got all the artillery, they've got all the weapons, they've got everything that they can be in Zimbabwe right now if it is in their interest. But because Zimbabwe is not in their interest, so they put sanctions because they know that it's a waste of money for us to be bombing and, you know, doing all those sorts of things in Harare. So we are at the mercy of the Americans, if I can put it that way. This ranting that we do is, we protect our sovereignty. That those aircrafts that are in the military base in Botswana, they won't take time to be in Harare. We can be attacked anytime. We are at the mercy of these Americans. Anyway, let's continue.
With Nelson Chamisa. And he's the one who gave the money to Nelson Chamisa for their campaign for this particular election. And that Zambian president is the one that sent Nevers to come and head the monitoring mission of SADC in Zimbabwe. That is a conflict of interest. In fact,
exactly. That's where I wanted. The conflict of interest. And I want to show you that this is a far-fetched theory about the conflict of interest. Let's come back to Zimbabwe and see if there is no conflict of interest, which is very, very, very evident. This is the commissioner of ZEC, Priscilla Priscilla Chigumba, she was seen wearing a scarf in January 2018, and she had gone with a delegation that had gone to China. She was wearing a ZANU-PF scarf, and that scarf trended. That is another conflict of interest. Priscilla Chigumba, there with a scarf. What do you say that? Not only that, let's talk about another commissioner that is in ZEC, Kudzai Shava. He is a son of the ZANU-PF minister, former ZANU-PF minister Frederick Shava. What do you say about that? That's conflict of interest number 2. Conflict of interest number 3. There we have Catherine Mpofu. Catherine Mpofu, she is the daughter of the current Secretary General for ZANU-PF, Mr. Obed Mpofu. Right? So what do you say about that? Then we have Abigail Mohadi. Miss Abigail Mohadi, of course, she uses another surname, but she is the daughter of the current Vice President, Mr. Kempo Mohadi. Not only that, we come to Jasper Mangwana. Jasper Mangwana is a relative or a brother to Nick Mangwana and Paul Mangwana. Nick Mangwana is the government spokesperson who openly supports ZANU-PF, which is a position that is not supposed to do. If you are a spokesperson of the government, you just stick to speaking about the issues that matters that pertain the government, not to speak about the matters that pertain the party. So he juggles them up together. They are all juxtaposed. There is no, clarity. If you are a spokesperson of the government, don't speak about the party. You go and speak about the party when you are at the party. But the men mix them up. So there is a lot of conflict of interest. A lot of conflict of interest. We can't even talk about how much voter suppression. Total conflict of interest. You can't talk about Zambia and start to criticize Nevas Mumba on baseless accusations that are too far-fetched. Or have you got evidence of Hakainde Hichilema giving Nelson Chamisa money? Produce the V11s of that. Produce the evidence. Prove it. You're just waffling. Here is the evidence. There. All of that. So there is more conflict of interest in ZEC than it is conflict of interest about Hakainde Hichilema, Nevas Mumba, and Nelson Chamisa. All those accusations or all those allegations, they are baseless and they do not hold water. But what do you make of this statement by Rutendo, Benson, Matinyarare, and what is going on back there in Zambia? I'd love to hear your thoughts. But as I said, we bring facts, not emotions here. I'll see you on the next video.